Pathways to Wholeness podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and I thank you for joining us for this next episode of meditative teaching. Please note that these meditations were recorded in a tropical environment with the windows and doors open, so you will hear birds and other sounds in the background. Try not to let them distract you from the words. Okay, let's just settle in, relax, maybe take a few breaths and just listen to the music before the teaching starts. We can see when we pay attention that our struggles and suffering arise out of our resistance to what is, our resistance to our authentic selves, and that resistance arises out of fear. That fear arises out of a belief that we are not safe in some way. We are alone, that we are vulnerable, that we are victims. Some form of belief that we are not safe. That belief was shaped by our experiences and conditioning. And by a betrayal of our trust. And so we can ask ourselves, can I trust that I am safe? Can I trust that there is some kind of benevolent universe? Can I trust that I will have what I need to thrive, find peace? For if we don't have that trust, then we find that our authentic self is a threat to our safety. Our authentic self seeks expression, seeks freedom. If that expression seen as a threat to our safety. We're in a constant battle with ourselves that wears us down, diminishes our health, saps our energy. And so we must constantly question whether what we are believing is true. Question whether we have faith and trust in a benevolent and all-powerful universe. If we can find the space in our mind, our awareness, to turn away from the problem and become present to what is, can begin to experience some kind of relief from the struggles and suffering. When we are in full resistance, our energy is contracted. When we start to pay attention to what is, to just being present, the contraction can begin to release, can begin to let go and relax and surrender, even if just a bit. In a contracted state, there seems to be no possibilities. There's only limitations. There's only hard boundaries, blocks. We begin to let go of that contraction. Possibilities open. The world becomes expansive. Miracles possible. Even though in our contracted state it seems impossible connect again with truth, peace, with hope. The contracted state is just a state. It is not the way the world is. It is not the definition of who we are. Temporary state can pass at any time. It can pass in an instant or a moment, or maybe it will take some time. It's not easy to devote our mind to what is true and real when we're in that state. And we may need to seek some kind of support to help us remember. But that is what is required. To remember that we have forgotten who and what we are, that we have invested ourselves in the belief that somehow there is something wrong with us or the world that cannot be changed. Somehow we are doomed to suffer. We are not safe. So, we need to find a way to reconnect with that within us which knows the truth. Be assured there is that within you, because the truth is the essence and nature of who we are. We are born out of truth. We exist in truth. We are never separate from it. It's only our mind that would have us believe we're somehow separate. But it is not possible. And so, we don't have to fix all the things that appear to be wrong. We just have to change our state. The limited, constricted mind, the contracted state cannot conceive of the power, the potential that exists within us. The power creates the universe is here in us right now. Potential of unimaginable expansiveness. There is no miracle that cannot be done by the creative power that is us. We don't see the miracles when we are in contraction. They happen all around us constantly, but we can't see them. We won't see them. So in this moment, let us decide what we will align ourselves with. Do we choose to reconnect with that within us that knows truth, by surrendering and letting go, becoming present, and will we align with contraction and limitation, hopelessness and victimization? Doesn't seem a difficult choice to make. We must allow for our resistance. Must not judge it and make meaning of it that it does not have. There is no reason whatsoever that our resistance should be any different than it is right now. But we can be at peace with ourselves, can forgive ourselves, can be compassionate with ourselves. We can decide that we will not go along with the dictates of the ego, which will have us judge and punish ourselves, control and limit everything. We must make that decision over and over again. Be assured that the power and the presence, the infinite creative power are within you. The essence of who you are. It is your very nature. There is a truth about you that is so vast and immense that your mind, when limited by the ego, cannot conceive of its enormity. Not because you are somehow special or different, but because you are one with everything. Because you are not separate from the creative power brings us this moment. You are intrinsic to that power. And that power is intrinsic to you. Will you choose to align yourself with that truth, to dedicate yourself to that truth? Just accept no other claim. It is natural. It is not unexpected. We have fear and resistance and faulty beliefs. Our conditioning has been extreme. Our rejection of the authentic self is traumatic. But we are not broken. We are not failures. We are not separate from the truth. The truth is alive within us. It is all there is. Trust in that. Put your faith in that. Dedicate yourself to that. Thank you for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you'd like more information on these meditations and teachings, visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Surrender. These are guided meditations designed to support you in letting go of whatever tensions or false ideas you might be holding about how things really are, and reaching a state of peace and surrender. That's Pathways to Surrender. Look for the next episode soon. We're uploading them every couple of days. See you next time.